Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Hoot podcast. I am your host, Morgan Lagerleth, joined by Kane and Neil. How you guys doing?
Good, thanks.
Yeah,
Think
and
doing good.
yeah, it's been a while since we've done one of these, so we'll have a lot of exciting news to catch up on. The Owls been up to so much in the past few weeks. I guess the first thing we should look at is all of our teams played their first official matches over the past few weeks. Neil, what was that like from a head perspective of their teams?
Yeah. We had Team One playing in the Overwatch Nationals. They played Durham Valley and GY Galaxy, winning both those games. So that was good to see our national team in Overwatch playing well. You were part of the team, Morgan, so you can probably give a better insight into it.
Yeah, it was. They were quite fun matches. Obviously, the Overwatch team has been putting a lot of time and effort into practicing and playing together and improving, and that's definitely paid off in our matches. I think it was the first match. It was they put up a decent fight and they definitely made us work for it. But we are a very confident team, a very powerful team, and I'm very happy with our progress so far. But and I know Kane, obviously you stepped back from playing and you're now taking a managerial role. What was it like? How was it for Team Two?
Uh, so far it's been looking pretty good. They did unfortunately lose their first game against Franklin Raiders, I believe. But with that, you know, the next game they absolutely stomped. And at the end of the day, it is a new team. They're not going to win every game like straight off the bat. They need to get used to each other. It was our first time playing in like an esports environment almost because I believe a lot of them did come in to play with other people who are also playing that day. So new environment, new people to play with. I wasn't expecting the first game to be perfect. However, they did get a pretty good score of 2-3, which I'm quite happy with that, especially for them. But either way, they've been improving, I'm quite happy with where they're going. The only thing they need to watch out for is just keeping the mental up. But besides that, honestly, I'm really happy with them. I'm
Yeah,
happy where they're going.
they did really well. It was they were 2-0 up, and then I think being new to the game, the stresses of playing, their first British esports tournament as well. They really hard fought match. To lose 3-2 in an epic game like that was really good going. And as you said, Kane, the tactics were good, but the mentals weren't so good. And
Mm.
we did a bit of work on that. You got some scrims together. We've got the coaches. We had a chat to them, and then they came back then much stronger for the second game, winning 3-0.
Yep, they absolutely dominated that second game, and I couldn't be more proud.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's very optimistic for Team Two and where they'll go. It's great as well seeing that Team One. We're in our second year now, third year, fourth year. We've been playing for a long time. We know each other. We know how we play, and it's a lot easier for us to sort of get that cohesion. But for a team like Team Two to come together, and they're still doing really great for how they're doing. Well, how was it from a Valorant and Rocket League perspective?
Yeah, the Rocket League team did really well. They've won both their games. They're in the open division. They beat Cardiff and Vale for the local rivals really, and they beat Team Panthera. I'm not can't remember what college they were from, but they won both those games, so they got off to a good start. The Valorant team won in the nationals. They opened up against Sandwichlaw, and then they played Hopwood Hawks. So they won both those games. The Clondrichlo have got a really good team. We'll come back to them later on. They won in the Welsh Esports final, beating us. So the national team are doing really well. And then Valorant in the Open, they took quite a beating. Team two did against the NSCG Tigers, but they beat LCCQ Raven then 13-9. So a bit like Overwatch Team 2, they're a brand new team, all new players. First time they sort of in this environment. And after being, badly beaten in the first round, they came back and won, 13-9, showed great mental strength and really brought it back together. So the second team in Valorant did really well. So, they're 1-1, lost one. So there's a lot to look out for them in the future as well.
Yeah, so it's all looking very positive for our teams, and
Yeah, very
lots
positive.
of potential. It's looking good. What about like the players? How are they feeling about their performances?
Yeah, they're good. As Kane sort of said, for the experienced players, they know what they're doing. They know to expect tough games and to lose some matches and rounds. The newer players, this was their first experience, so they've had the baptism of fire. So they're feeling stronger. They're practicing. They're scrimming hard. Kane's got them all practicing. So they and Dan as well for the Valorant team. Kieran's managing the Rocket League team. So it's all looking pretty good and working hard with the teams to get them prepared for tougher games coming up.
It's definitely very optimistic for the future. Looking bright. We're gonna win it all this year. Get it all.
Hope so.
Yeah, but that's not. I suppose that's not all we're competing in. I know, Neil, we had teams competing in the Esports Wales College Cup recently, right?
Yeah, that's a new thing from Esports Wales. The first time we did the cup, and as I said, we played Clondrillo in BF, and we won that one. But it was a 2 rounds in the final. We got through to the final. In fairness, both us and Clondrillo, we pretty much stomped our way through, and then it was really tight games at the end. But Clondrillo just beat us to get the Welsh Esports Colleges Cup. But there'll be another one soon enough. We'll come back for that one. But yeah, so we are competing a lot in the Welsh Esports leagues. I suppose that takes us neatly over to the Wolfhounds, because I think you just had a big game, didn't you?
Yeah, with our Overwatch team's final last week. Last night it was a good finish actually. I know Kane, you were there for that performance, so.
Yeah, I managed to be able to like be in VC with everyone during the final. Yeah, we had 2 games that night. We had one game against Pit Ponies where we had like a really dominant victory. We went 3-0, and it kind of showed like everyone who the Wolfhounds were. It was kind of like a new team this year, and they've put up a very dominant performance. And the second game, unfortunately, we didn't manage to take the victory against Artis, but they were close maps, and I feel like ecstatic just thinking about like how far this Overwatch team has come. Like this wasn't even like a team a couple of months ago, and then we're already coming second in Welsh Esports for Overwatch, and I think that's incredible. One thing I really liked about Wolfhounds too, like with the Overwatch team, like when they were like losing against Artis, they didn't really mind that much. They kept the high energy, they kept having fun, and I'm proud of them for doing that. Because I know some teams, as soon as there's a sight of losing, they'll give up. They won't try.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
put up a very strong performance. Yeah, I think I'm very optimistic for this team. I'm very proud of them. We put up a hell of a fight against the Artists, and we put so much hard work into practicing and giving everything we can in our performances. All the players, they have a very bright future ahead of them in esports, and I think it was clear definitely in our match against the Pit Ponies, but our match against the Artists not so much. It was definitely clear that we are a dominant team. We are very strong. And we definitely displayed that against the Pit Ponies, and it's only improvement from there. You know, the gap between the rest of the teams and the Wolfhounds is massive, and now we just need to close that gap between the artists, and I think we're very capable of doing that in the future.
Yeah. Even with like the last minute roster swaps, because we had some like unfortunate like misplanning of people with their like job schedules, stuff like that. Even when the roster changed, I'm pretty happy with how far we got.
Yeah, I think you learned a lot from that game. You know what you need to improve on. So I think you could take the Artists a lot closer next time, even beat them. So
Definitely.
We're gonna do
that's
a
good.
3-0 beat. We win. Yeah, I suppose we have the other games coming up now as well with the next split of the Welsh Esports League. It's League of Legends, Valorant, Rocket League, eFootball, and F1, and so we'll have teams competing in all of those. So
Yeah.
maybe we'll win.
Wolfhounds as
We'll
well.
win. Yes, definitely,
you've grown quite a lot, and so that's probably takes me on to my next question. Then, really, you both started up the Wolfhounds. I wonder if you could tell us a bit about who the Wolfhounds are, where you came from, and all the rest of that.
Yeah, I suppose we started the Wolfhounds about, what, 6 months ago now, Kane? Yeah.
I'd like to say so, yeah.
Yeah, about 6 months ago. And it basically, the idea of the Wolfhounds is it's all about opportunities. It's an opportunity for players. It's an opportunity for myself and Kane. It's about opportunities. There's our players. As you just saw in our Overwatch performance, these players are really good. They can definitely go places in their career if they want to, but there's not that many opportunities for them, and there's not that many steps and paths they can take. So the Wolfhounds is basically just there to offer them somewhere to be seen and somewhere to grow their talent so that they can actually make a career out of their performance. And I think we've definitely done a good job of that with the Overwatch side of things, and hopefully now in the next split we can do that. Yeah. In terms of running the Wolfhounds, obviously I'm myself and the chairman, but it's sort of co-owned and managed between myself and Kane. We do quite a good job of sort of splitting the roles between who's good at what. Like I know Kane does a lot of the graphic stuff, don't you?
Yeah. I like to do a lot of graphics. I know with like graphics for Wolfhounds, I kind of just took it on board, and I think I'm really enjoying it so far. It's helped me build my portfolio a hell of a lot.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's the thing as well. It's opportunities for the players, obviously, to grow their esports careers, but it's opportunities for us as well as people in the esports industry. I learned a lot about managing and running a team. You can learn a lot about graphics and social media, and it's just always giving us more opportunities to grow our own esports career outside of just playing. Because esports is obviously a big industry, and there's a lot of growth to be had. So
Yeah, we can use a portfolio to like go into university, for example, because I know like when looking at university, a lot of them do ask for portfolios, do ask for experience in this, that, and the other. And I feel like Wolfhounds has given both of us the opportunity to like express what we're good at and build a portfolio. So hopefully we'll go in our favor.
yeah, it's all about learning and growth and opportunities for the Wolfhounds, and hopefully it'll continue to be like that, and we'll win.
The only thing I would say, you probably need to, after seeing the raw bins, you need to up your merchandise game, because I really like that shirt. That's a really good shirt. They may not be the best team, but their website, their socials and stuff. So I'm looking forward to seeing the Wolfhounds top soon.
Exactly. Yeah. See, maybe the Robins spend less time on their merchandise, spend more time practicing Overwatch. No.
Yeah, you've got to love the merch.
No, yeah, they've done a really good job. I've seen their stuff, and it's actually quite good. Yeah, it's great to see organizations growing. Go on.
I was gonna say I really do like the whole aesthetic of their like brand overall. Like I know I was hoping to like look into maybe changing the Wolfhounds logo, but I know Robbins has got potentially one of the best logos out there, I'd like to say.
It's a good one, yeah.
I would agree with that,
Yeah, it's good to see
for now.
Esports Wales teams, and yes, exactly, want to change that.
For now.
Yeah, it's good to see them growing and becoming more professional organisations and there's more stuff for esports in Wales now. It's great. I mean, we're only a small team, we're not we don't have the big numbers and the big sponsors like you, Neil, over in the GCS. We don't have the big competitors like Stone, for example.
Yeah, we recently did an interview that you've probably seen that on LinkedIn and Twitter. So the college buys a lot of computers from Stone. We do tender, so any company can put in for that tender to win the PCs. Stone have won the last few years, and it was back in 2020 when Stone. I approached Stone, could we work more together? And they'd just taken over Dino PC. So they worked with a few manufacturers and put a sponsorship package together, and they gave us 16 gaming spec machines, which were really good. So that was really good. So we managed to get all those machines. But then we went into lockdown because of COVID. So they kind of sat there on the shelf for waiting to be used. But then, of course, when we came back, we were able to use those machines, and they got us through to the first final against QM in Nottingham. So, and they're still in use today. They're still good machines. They're 3 years old, so they're 3.5 years. They're still good. They're still going strong. But yeah, it was great to work with Dawn and Dino PC, and I should say as well, GT Omega are absolutely fantastic with us, and Yama screens as well. But in fairness, we do buy a lot from them, so it's a reciprocal deal that we have with them. So I'm hoping to get somebody from GT Omega in the near future, so to have a chat about how it works and what they look for from teams. So we should be able to do that in the future.
Yeah, no, it's definitely great seeing all these industry connections and how. And it's great that you bring us along with that and teach us about how that. And we've had talks with people in the industry, and that's always quite fun. Yeah, and I suppose those computers are definitely getting used now. We're constantly getting more computers and always getting better at the Owls. Always getting more fun stuff and more sponsorship. If you're a computer company, if you got some special esports equipment, give us a call. Give
the Wolfhounds a call as well. I'm sure where there's a few suppliers who can get headsets and keyboards and mice.
Maybe a shit company or two.
So up your social media game a bit and get the merch out there and start attracting and growing. And we've done the lessons, so just need to go out. We've still got the master Steve Hunt in Coleg Cymwaith. He's the man to beat at the moment. He's great for the sponsors and stuff. So he's helped us design Hooty. We haven't focused Hooty on our new PNG tuber. So I think we'll get Steve on next in the next Hootcast, because he's just designed somebody as well. So perhaps we'll reveal our mascots and our PNG tubers live in the next show.
We'll get Hooty on the podcast. Get him to do an interview with Steve.
Yeah, we'll do that.
That'd be an amazing lineup. I don't need you and Kieran. I just need Hooty and I'm sorted.
Well, Hooty's coming after your job, Morgan. So.
Oh, he can have it. Honestly, he's too good at it. There's a lot going for these for the GCS Owls. A lot to change. I suppose as a merit of just how big GCS Owls are getting. We had the BBC down recently, talking to us about esports in Wales and how that's growing. So that was quite a stressful day for you, Neil.
Yeah, it was a bit. You get the BBC coming down, and they interviewed you as well, Morgan, and they were going around sort of. They did the interviews at the start of the day, and then they went around talking to all the students, filming and playing their games and stuff. That didn't help Overwatch team too, either. When it's 2-2, they're in the final game. You got the BBC filming you, so it was quite an exciting day as well. It's not often you get that kind of stuff going on in the background. So that was really good, and it was all to do with Esports Wales and growing. How is esports growing in Wales, and who are the people driving it and stuff like that. So it'll be out soon. They haven't given me a date when it's going to be out yet, but I think it was Ben was the guy from BBC. He's going to let me know, and then we'll let everybody know. I think there's still a few more interviews to do.
Ben was a cool guy. He sat down and talked to me. It was I guess it kind of worked out quite nicely. He's talking about Esports Wales, and I was able to show things from a GCS side and an Esports Wales side, and
the Wolfhounds.
Exactly, and the Wolfhounds. So it should be a very it'll be an interesting one. So we'll definitely share that on socials, and people can watch out for that one. Yeah, it'll be good.
We'll let them know.
Yeah, it's been a lot of growth in esports in Wales, and a lot of growth in the Owls in particular. We're not the same team that we used to be. A year ago, 2 years ago, we're not the same team we were in the last episode of Hoot. We were always constantly growing and changing, and I guess the next segment we have lined up here is a fun walk down memory lane to look back at all the fun graphics that we did.
It's the bit where you upset Kieran.
Yes, you probably saw him walking back and forth. Kieran, he's been hovering over.
He's not invited on the podcast because we're going to talk about him.
We're going to say horrible things about him.
The one where we pick on Kieran, we'll call him.
He was stood in the doorway about 5 minutes ago, and just watching me. He's not here now, so we can say awful things.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
because Kieran's our man that makes the graphics, and I guess we'll start with this lovely, just piece of art here.
Yeah.
This was one of the first pieces that we did, right?
No, this was a takeover where Kieran was off, and Kieran was off. I think Liv was off as well, or I told Liv that I was going to do the graphics. So, of course, when Kieran and Liv saw these graphics, you can imagine the horror.
Oh, what do you mean? It looks beautiful. I love it. Yeah. I'm sure a lot of time and effort went into that.
A lot of time and effort, and as Kane mentioned, it did really well on the socials, didn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's just the whole idea of having like these silly, like less effort graphics, When people like scroll through their Twitter feed, you don't see that often, do you? You don't see like something that stands out as a bad graphic.
Yeah, it did quite well. Yeah, we had a lot of comments. Didn't we? Even British Esports, they don't comment on as much. They commented on. They put a funny meme up. I think, didn't they? I love art or something.
Graphics design is my passion.
That's it. That's what they put in. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's great. Funny. I think we should put all our branding like this.
Yeah, I think so as well. Yeah. There's definitely space.
It is a thing. Like people do brand themselves like this. The idea of bad art is good art in a way. It's its own branding. But I quite like this one. I guess we'll go back to the beginning of our first when Kieran first started working with us. We'll come back to that one and that one. But this is the first image we have to look at. This is one of our. I assume this is from the first year. 2019 to 2020. So this is the first year that the Owls started performing and started growing as a team. And
we just started putting graphics together. I think we really just started the social media and weren't really sure finding our feet. So this was our first sort of style of graphics with the square, pink and white square really, and very busy graphics as you can tell.
Yeah, there's a lot going on as you can see as well. It's you got the original Owls logo in the background there. And
yeah.
I don't think I've seen that version of the college logo actually with the white with the black. That's interesting as well. As you can see at the time, it was literally just Gow College, British Esports. That's what we were marketing. That's what we were advertising.
Yeah.
You can see it kept the the pink and the blue and the white. Yeah.
This would probably be our second season because we started off with just one Overwatch and one Rocket League team. So this is probably the second split, probably.
Yeah, the spring split. Yeah, I suppose was there much like this font, for example? I assume was there much thought into?
I wouldn't have thought so. I think if this looks good, we'll just go with that.
Yeah, that was Kieran's standard.
We did put a lot of effort into the logo. A student called Jacob did the logo, and then we refined it. And interestingly enough, 3 years later or 4 years later, he's contacted us, finished university. He'd like to come back and work with the Owls to do some graphics to up his portfolio. So, he we'll bring him into the Discord and you can chat with him, Kane and Liv can, about their graphics as well. And see where he wants to go really and what he can train us in and offer us insights.
So you're always learning here. Okay, that's very interesting as well. It's great to see that people who come through here actually go places. Yeah, I suppose you can see as well what I find quite funny is that this is a very old image, but it still uses the Overwatch 2 image. That's how old Overwatch 2 is, and it only just came out last year.
Yeah,
we were waiting for too long. So this, and then we also have the Halloween variant of this, which I quite like.
I like the Halloween stuff. That's good.
Yeah, obviously we're doing the Halloween stuff now.
I feel like the green is just a bit off in the whole graphic. I'm not sure.
I quite like it. I like the fluorescent. It's like a goo green.
Yeah, it's like a goo in a pot green.
Yeah.
I just feel like if you look at the orange box with the graphics, I don't like how you can't. Yeah. It's just the green font. Yeah. Not a big fan.
It is hard to read in the orange box. I agree.
I suppose I feel like the orange of the Owls logo is like a bit darker.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was going to mention. Is that if you look at the GCS Owls actual font, it's got the same green color, but it's got a black outline.
Mm-hmm.
So if you had more black outlines, I feel like that would look a lot cleaner.
Yeah. Yeah. Kieran being inconsistent there, wasn't he?
Yeah, because this orange is a different shade from
Yeah.
this orange.
Mm,
Yeah.
Yeah, awful stuff, awful.
mm,
But you
Can't
can see
believe
as
it.
well, we were still 3-0ing teams even,
Yeah.
3 years ago now, October 2020.
A basic pass for that, not a merit or
No,
distinction.
of course not.
Yeah.
That's fail the branding unit.
Mm,
Yeah,
mm,
but yeah, we're still winning to this day even, 3
Yeah.
years later. And then as we move on, a year later, we're still using the
Yeah.
same sort of graphics.
Yeah.
And there's the Christmas variant of
Yeah.
the graphics. It's quite good. I quite like the the owl with the hat and the red
Yeah.
text.
I did make a Christmas jumper design, but everybody hated it, didn't they?
Oh,
So very critical students were about that. So we didn't put it into production.
See, I
We're very
reckon.
fussy.
Yeah, I reckon you should have just made a Christmas jumper and put this on it.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
use
that would have been
that.
perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm sure I could have just changed the colours and wrote Christmas on it.
exactly.
Be perfect.
Merry Christmas. Yeah, I think this one feels a lot more busy though. In my
Yeah,
opinion.
it's very busy. Yeah,
Yeah.
There's like a lot of noise to it. Like
yeah,
you've got like on the left side, you've got like the owl logo in the background faded out, and then you've got the actual owl logo, and then you got the snow covering the whole thing, and then you got all the characters in behind. It's like you don't have time to process what's going on.
Yeah.
Like with good graphics, you should be able to tell from like a distance away what it is. You should be able to differentiate what is going on. Like that's a character, that's a sign, that's this, that's that. But if I look that from like where I am now, the background just looks like some sort of abstract painting.
Yeah, and it sort of blows away and it affects the text a bit. Yeah, but you can say
Yeah.
it's definitely. I think as well. Personally, I'm not massive on this shady green. I think it could be a little bit brighter. But that's my opinion.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's how I feel. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's our Christmas branding, and then we move on. We move on to the start of the Road Rage era.
yeah.
Road
Uh,
rage.
yeah.
We still got the old logo in the background of the big wings and everything.
Yeah, embracing the navy a bit more as well. Yeah, and I suppose this is also the start of the fly higher branding.
Yeah, we've gone more corporate with the colours, and interestingly enough, I think of all the college teams, we were the first to have a hashtag fly higher. I know the other teams started doing it as well, but I'm going to claim that we were the first.
We were the first teams to get it done.
Yeah, it seems so.
It seems. Can you hear Neil too?
Neil's muted.
Neil is
Sorry, my mic muted itself. Yeah, we were the first. I think we were the first college to do the fly higher, the hashtag for fly higher.
Yeah. Ooh.
I'm sure other colleges will dispute that, but I'll wait for Greg or Fraser to come back and dispute that one. But I think we were the first to have a hashtag.
We'll set a challenge there. Come on, other colleges.
Yeah, I think we did it first. Yeah,
We did. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can see, so we used the Road Rage font there, and it's and then we can move on. You can see then we started using it a bit more in our graphics. And I suppose this is also the start of the paintbrush effect that we started using.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that design. Yeah, the paintbrush, the swooshes lasted quite a while.
Yeah. I think it was like the start of last year we stopped using it.
Yeah.
I quite liked it, but it was just getting to the point where it was a bit overused.
Yeah, we used it too much for too long.
Yeah, we used
Yeah.
it for a while, yeah, and you can see how Kieran's he's took your advice, Kane. He's made his graphics a lot less cluttered. It's just it's simple information. We're in the student champs. Here we are. We'll base this team.
Yeah.
Just all the information. He's got a nice image at the back. And you can see he started to.
It's getting a bit better.
Yeah, if you go back to like the first image, he's just stuck the image behind it. But this one he's put a nice little effect on it. And
His Photoshop skills are getting better.
Yeah, exactly. Because I assume, do you know what Kieran's knowledge was on
Ah.
this kind of stuff when he started?
I think he did know Photoshop and stuff because he was teaching it at the time.
Yeah.
But it's just learning social media and digital media and marketing and that kind of stuff. It's just refining images to suit the brand because we were still trying to find our feet with branding and stuff. So this was a journey for us as well.
Yeah, it's always learning a lot. And I think the thing you can see with Kieran is anytime he learns a new skill, you can tell because that becomes the new branding. It's just
It
new
becomes
skill.
everywhere.
So it's a new skill he's learned. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we used that one for a while. That was quite good. And then yeah, this is where it took a lot more of.
Yeah.
We've gotten rid of all the information. Just here is what you need to know.
We started to get a bit cleaner with the graphics there.
Definitely, yeah. And you can see they've taken like the background image is gone. It's just navy to fit the college scheme a bit more. Because if you look at like this image, it's a lot harder to tell that it's GCS Owls.
Yeah.
This image you can see. Navy,
It's
pink,
really
white.
distinct.
Yeah, it's a lot easier. Yeah,
Less busy.
Yeah, and you can see as well we started. We got some sponsorships along the bottom here.
Yeah.
That's the start of that whole.
Yeah, that's from the Dino PC deal with Stone. That is. So they also helped us a lot with the design. They designed the shirts we used for that first year as well.
Yeah, the first year.
Yeah, because we had to tie in with the right logos, the right branding at the time.
Yeah, that's all important stuff.
Yeah.
And then obviously we have a Halloween variant. It looks like has he finally used the right shade of orange across it all?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, he's painted up. Good job, Kieran.
He's learned the paint dropper tool or the paint color.
Yeah, and also obviously the green with the black behind it is nice and easy to read.
It's good.
It
Yeah, I like
makes
that.
it so much easier to read.
I do just really like the green. It's a nice shade of green. I like it. Yeah, and then we have, and then here we have the start of this era of the Owls with the white line and the pink line with like it's sort of like a shattered glass design, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that this happened. For the finals against Queen Mary's, we designed a shirt, and that's the style we went for. So from the Queen Mary's final on, we started using this shirt, and interestingly, that's where we started playing in some of the American leagues as well, where I think you both play in that, or I know you did, Ken. Playing with high ping, but we were able to play characters that could cope with high ping, and we won that, didn't we? So that was quite good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the fire strikes on American servers were not ideal.
I can imagine.
No, this was a fun stream though. The World Esports Day, that was a fun one we did last year. Yeah, that was a good one. I think we have another image up here actually from this era. This image here shows like the fixtures and everything.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a fair amount going on in this one, you know.
Yeah. Back to busyness.
Yeah. You can't really see the fixtures. Like I know the word fixtures there because I've seen it previously, and it's like really difficult to tell because you've got so much going on behind it. You're like, I can't read it.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. It's just sort of blend in as well, and I suppose the image that you use behind it is a bit dark as well to fade in with the navy, so it all just kind of fades to black of it, really.
Yeah.
But it's still using the the same branding. It looks like we've just stuck to the verses now has come to the same font as the others, and it looks good. Like it definitely, you can see the improvement. And then I think the last one we have is so this is the branding that we use right now.
It's my favorite by far.
Or actually, no, this is the branding we used last year. Sorry.
Yeah.
I really like this one. I think it's our favorite.
Yeah, this is still clean, and we're still using that style. We just got a few little bits added in, really.
Yeah, so you can see we got rid of the the sort of striped lines, and we replaced it with these really clean border lines. I quite like that. Yeah.
I think we still got Stone on our sponsorship, but as you notice, that's just GTMA again, Yama then, who they're primarily working with now.
Yeah, we've obviously adjusted our sponsorship as well, and you can see now the images. Like he's brought the image in the background back, but he's found a way to do it that it fits really nicely with like the navy backdrop instead. Yeah, so that looks quite nice. Yeah, and go on.
I was about to say, I think the only thing missing from it is the logo. But besides that, you can still tell what it is.
Yeah, it's good.
Because you got the colours. Like, it doesn't really matter as much. So, I quite like it.
You got the name as well, so it's nice. This is what I was talking about as well. Like, I know, like, Kieran had learned a new trick. He had seen... he took inspiration for this format from, like, somewhere else. And this became our entire socials for, like, 2 months. It's great.
He's got a week and a half term to calm down after this Hoot, so he'll be fine.
Oh, yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. And then I suppose you can see you've got like a nice sort of like, what is that, like a crumpled paper effect on it as well.
Like an overlay.
Yeah, that looks quite nice. Yeah.
I really like that because it adds a bit of noise to it.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I know I was complaining before about too much noise, but I feel like that just adds enough noise. So
It
like
just makes it feel a
that,
lot more like real, almost.
Adds a bit
yeah,
of depth. Yeah.
Yeah,
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 exactly.
yeah. And then I suppose we move on to today.
No.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
graphics we use now. We've
Uh,
moved
and
on.
yeah. And in your overlay as well, we got that.
Yeah,
That's the
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah, that's the latest shirt. Or we were in a bit of a rush to get shirts for the final, so a local company helped us out, and we sort of went with more. That's the style you can see along the bottom there. So that's our shirt, and then that was our shirt when we went to DreamHack in Sweden as well. So I quite like that shirt. It's simple, less
yeah.
fussy. So we do need a new shirt, but everybody's saying
I think we're
stop,
alright
stop,
for now.
stop.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
only buy so many
Mm.
shirts.
Yeah, we'll
Uh,
we'll we'll leave it now until
yeah.
till the next
No, it's fine.
till the end of the next
Yeah.
season. Yeah,
I do quite like that though, that the branding and the shirts tie in together, so it's
yeah,
all
yeah,
one cohesive brand.
yeah,
It's good.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's how we do it. Yeah,
Yeah. I know he's got this nice like
mm,
paper effect behind it. And
yeah,
yeah. It all looks quite nice, definitely.
yeah,
I was wearing my DreamHack shirt yesterday. Actually, I liked it. I like this kind of
yeah.
shirt.
The DreamHack shirt's good. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. And we got the behind me are the grand final shirts as well.
yeah,
So I'm gonna have to
yeah,
steal.
yeah. We got those. Yeah,
We got so many shirts, all these different shirts, so we
yeah.
can
We're starting to put them into frames on the wall, but got a few more to put up now.
yeah, it's always nice looking back at all the different designs and stuff. But yeah, I think that is a good wrap up of all things owls for the week.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely. I think we will be back very soon with a new episode in the coming weeks or so.
yeah, yeah. We
Yeah.
got to get Hooty out, and we got to get
Yes.
Cumnoids out as well. So we'll have a chat to them.
To Hootie the Owl and maybe I don't know, this owl guy will join us.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
We'll just have an all owls podcast, if not
Yeah.
not only owls. But
Yeah.
but thank you guys for joining me.
Mhm.
Thanks everyone for watching. Be tuned to be tuned. Stay tuned in the Owl socials for more updates on more Hoots and all things GCS Owls. But until then, I guess we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Yep. Okay.
Bye bye.
Bye. Bye.